I'm Mallory Reis. I'm currently a patrolwoman, and I graduated the University of Hartford in 2005. I played softball at the University of Hartford, and I played second base. I played 4 years. I was a 4-year starter. I played hard, and I batted second, so my job was more or less to work for the team. Being on a softball team was awesome. You had friends, and they weren't just friends, they ended up being like your family. So you learned to work together and help each other out. You were always there for each other, and I still actually talk to more than probably 3/4 of the people I played with. Softball taught me to be independent, work as a team, be a leader instead of a follower. So playing softball helped me later on in life. Oh, the hawk dance. The hawk dance, I didn't call it the hawk dance, they did. They started it as like something I guess afterwards, but I more or less did it to get my team pumped up, and if you act like a hawk and you run around, so. When I graduated, I coached a year at University of Hartford. I was the assistant coach with Todd Randall, and then I coached 2 years at Roger Williams as an assistant coach, and I currently got asked to help and be one of the assistant coaches for the East Coast Pride. It's an Appanog League. It's a 1400 team, so a little younger than I'm used to working with, but it's just awesome just seeing the girls progress and get better and better. We're at the Cranston Police Station. I'm a Cranston police officer. I'm on Patrol Division, and we're right now in headquarters. So I've been on the job for a little over 3 years, 3.5 years now. Basically, the process you have to do is you have to take a written exam, an oral exam. It takes about a year probably to get on a department. There's a bunch of different interviews, tests, physical tests. There's a variety of physical tests. You have to stay in physical shape. But definitely the education process helps you get on. So I finished all my classes for grad school, and I'll get my master's in September, so it's kind of exciting. It was July 9th, 2011, and I was on vacation with my family at Curlew Pond in Plymouth, Mass, in Miles Standish State Forest. And I was on the beach and just swimming and having fun with my family, and all of a sudden I see this girl carrying this little boy out of the water, and it was just, it was kind of odd. He was kind of like a limp body, and I was kind of like, oh, that looks weird. And then there was like 35, 40 people in the family. They all gather around him, and I actually thought they were actually having a fight. And I'm like, oh, are they fighting? I was like, that's weird. And because they were a little ways on the beach, and so finally I heard someone yell, does anyone know CPR? Call 911. So I got up, and actually, a month prior, we actually recertified in CPR. I've been certified since I was 16, but I've never used CPR. So I ran over there, and I started to give the boy CPR, and I said, I know CPR. So I probably did it for like about 2 minutes or whatever. And we had a fireman. He was on a different campsite. He came down, he jumped in, and it was just awful. The boy was blue, he was lifeless, and it was probably the scariest thing I've ever had to do. Hopefully I'll never have to do it again. And then they flew him to a Boston hospital, and he was drowning, but he was breathing by the time we were done, and he was in the hospital for about 4 days. And now he's fine. He's out, and he's gonna be great. So it was definitely just instinctive. I definitely didn't hesitate. It was jump up, I know how to do this, and I refused to let this boy, basically die in front of me on the beach. You know, he was already dead, his heart stopped, he didn't have a pulse, and he wasn't beating or anything, so I refused to sit here and just watch him when I could try and do something. That was my thought process, but that's what happened. I graduated in 2005, and I was actually currently dating my boyfriend, Reis, Joshua Reis, and that's who my husband is now. And we dated for like a year. He didn't go to the University of Hartford. I knew him from home. And then we've just been together ever since, and I got married in 2009. Being a freshman at Hartford to where I am now, I think it's being a student athlete. It taught you time management, to set your goals high, to strive to be the best, as opposed to you get there and that your goal was to get to Hartford. It wasn't much of a, what do I want to do afterwards? You're like, yeah, I want to do criminal justice, but it was, I want to play softball. And now it's a life lesson. You get to Hartford, and they teach you what to strive for in life, not just at school. So they mold you to be a young adult, and I think that's where I am now. So.